All right, YouTubers, we're gonna make something really cool. The first thing we're gonna use to make it, we're making cheese, but these are raw cashew pieces, and that's gonna be the basis of the cheese. It will be interesting, awesome, and wonderful. We're adding 1.25 cups of water. Well, we is a loosely defined term. I'm talking to a camera as the work gets done. The next thing is 1/2 cup of cashews. Raw still, the same raw cashews from before. And they were put in the microwave, covered with water. Not covered with boiled. They were put in the microwave, covered with water, and boiled for 3 minutes. And this is a Vitamix. Once again, if you want to do any fancy stuff, you're not going to use just a blender. You got to have a Vitamix. Next, 2 tablespoons of nutrition yeast. 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Nutrition yeast isn't a thing. Nutritional yeast. I don't know nothing. Anything? Proper grammar either. GoPro stuff. Next we have 1.5 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Again, this is going to be cheese. Vegan style. Next we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Those were 1/2 teaspoons. That's why I went in twice. Now goes in 2 tablespoons of tapioca starch. That's 2. Yay, GoPro. Now a teaspoon of sea salt. Here goes a weird one, but it works. I've had this before. We're gonna put in 2 tablespoons of sauerkraut. You gotta get the brine out, so you want just the sauerkraut. I know, cheese, sauerkraut, it works. I've had it before. There you go, there's 2 tablespoons of sauerkraut to make cheese. Next it goes in a Vitamix. This will get really loud, so just trust that it goes in a Vitamix. All right, now you make sure that the cheese is finely mixed, nice and smooth as you can see. And then you gotta heat it up to make it into cheese. You'll know when it's done. I'll tell you when it's done. Go. You keep stirring it because it's cheese. And also, if you don't have the sauerkraut, you can use white miso. Same proportion of use the sauerkraut. Yay, cheese. GoPro. Now as you stir this, it starts getting thicker, and you will notice, if you cook this, a nice smoky, woodsy smell to it, and that's the paprika. All right, now we're gonna put a tablespoon of jalapenos. Jalapenos, commonly referred to properly as jalapenos. And same amount of green chilies into the cheese. I'm telling you, this is gonna be good. Does it look good? Does it look like cheese? I think it does. Turn it off. Taste it. That is good. Smoky and cheesy. Does it taste exactly like cheese? No. Does it taste close enough to cheese? Abso-friggin-lutely. It's good. It's nice and smoky.
You want? Oh, that's plenty spicy.
Yeah, it's a little spicy.
Oh my
good.
God. Like, oh.
All right. Step 1 for this meal is done and out of the way. GoPro style. All right, now we're gonna make something that's pretty amazing. The first time I had it, I couldn't believe it. We got 1/2 cup of water in there, and we're gonna squeeze about 1/2 lemon into it. It ends up being about 1 tablespoon. So what is amazing about this is, I like sour cream. I think it's okay, but this is vegan fake sour cream, and it is honestly spectacular. It's better than regular sour cream, in my humble opinion. Next, we're doing about 1.5 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. Yep. Sour cream. This is going to turn into sour cream. All right, and the ever-present vegan thing of raw cashews. They were again steamed. 3/4 cup of raw cashews goes in, because you're making sour cream. And next we're gonna put 3/4 teaspoon of sea salt in there. About that much ish. Yeah. That much, see? So that's it. This is gonna come out as basically sour cream. And it'll last about a week in the fridge. If you freeze it, you get a month and a half out of it. All right, so now it's got to get blended up. There it is in the Vitamix. I'll tell you more neat stuff about it when there's no light. All right, so the neat stuff about this fake sour cream is you don't have to cook it or anything like that. And as it gets dumped out, it's gonna thicken up over time. But it's still, I'm telling you, it's really, really good. Again, sour cream's okay to me. I don't hate it or love it either way. But this stuff is so much better to me, in my opinion, than sour cream. And I'm not really vegan yet. I'm working towards it. But it's good. Let's stick my finger in there. See that? And it's simpler than I realized. It tastes so much like sour cream without the bad part. That is sour cream because we needed the cheese and the sour cream for Crunch Wrap Supremes vegan style, and they are spectacular. Show you more of that. GoPro stop. Oh, wait. Clean that up. Be helpful in the kitchen. This is the brand of fake meat we use this time. There are many you can choose from. It gets poured into a pan. It's real complicated. Look how pretty Gardein fake meat is. You turn the stove on. And then it gets super complicated from here. This is not fancy film work here. It's very hard to actually film cooking. I'm gonna use some Taco Bell seasoning mix. That's gonna go in it. All right, gonna make rice. We got some onions, some corn in there, peppers and garlic. I'm gonna make that Spanish rice to go with these. This is Smart Balance, which is like butter. And now in goes the rice. This is Jasmine. Jasmine. 1 cup. 2 cups. All right, now this gets cooking. Now we're gonna put this in there. And in there is 2.5 cups of water, some tomato paste, salt, better than bouillon, cumin in there, and onion powder. Probably like a tablespoon of each, you know, do it to whatever you like. Okay, all those things I said were about a teaspoon were actually half a teaspoon. Now this is gonna go in the Instapot. All right, here's where the rubber meets the road. I'm gonna try to build one of these. Put the cheese in first. These things are like the bane of my existence because I get a little overexcited sometimes and I probably won't be able to fold it. I'm gonna put the fake meat on. Maybe just a little bit more. That's probably good. Now I take a tostada shell. I'm gonna smush it down. Now I'll put beans on it. Spread it around. Knock the camera over if I'm lucky. Now we'll put the fake sour cream, which I'm a big fan of. It's again, the cashews are nice and creamy. You see how creamy that is? You can probably see. Now I'll put some lettuce on there. Be generous with the lettuce. Don't be stingy. Now I'm gonna take a piece of a tortilla and lay it in the center. And now will become the tricky part for me. I'm gonna try to fold this up. Kind of like that. That's what you want it to look like. Now it's gonna go in a frying pan. No need for oil or nothing. And this is gonna go on. There it goes. Gotta brown it up. You don't need to watch all that, do you? We'll come back. GoPro, stop recording. We'll put that on there. That'll help push it down. All right, see how pretty? 1/2 of it, and it'll be done soon. Plate it up, and you'll get to hear me go, oh, that's so good. Cut this beauty in half. I'm telling you, I had these in the past, and I've had regular Crunch Wraps in the past with beef and all that, and I think these are even better. So I'm gonna put some of this on there, fake sour cream on 1/2, cheese on the other half, a little spicy with stuff in there. Maybe a little dollop here for dipping or something. Maybe 2 dollops for dipping, because it's good. The word is dollop, not dollop. First thing we're gonna do is taste this rice. This rice is really good. I told you before I ate it that it was really good, and I'm being rude and telling you while I'm eating it that it's really good. All right, here's a flyover. Vegan crunch wrap. Fake sour cream, better than real sour cream. Fake cheese, just as good as real cheese. Rice, and all the goodness. It's time to eat it. Yummers. That is so good. That is so good. If you're one of my people that is used to me cooking 5-pound blocks of meat, and you're like, why is this guy gone to cooking vegan stuff? Try this. You'll like it. Oh, it needs a little bit more of the cheese. Try it. You'll like it. You eat something like this, you'll feel better. You feel a little healthier. And yes, you will have a great and wonderful day. Honestly, you really don't have to sacrifice flavor. And yes, YouTubers, I am eating far too much. I'm going to have a second one. Don't judge me. Unless you've tried it.